good, y'all, man? We got Mortal Kombat movie spoiler review, ending sequel tease, man. I saw the ending, like they got Johnny Cage and you know what I'm saying, little tease though, you know what I'm saying, in the post about the end of the movie and shit. But yeah, about to right to it, man. Leave a like, mess with my channel, hit the bell for new. If there's any questions, man, hey, let me know in the comments, y'all, man. Hit the bell if you're new. And yeah, let me know what y'all think about Mortal Kombat. If you watching on the big screen or you watch at home, HBO Max, let me know in the comments down below. You feel me? But yeah, my opinion on the movie, man, I give it a 10 out of 10. The whole fighting scenes and pretty much everything was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It was top tier shit. You know what I'm saying? And I heard a lot of mixed reviews. I heard people saying it was 10 out of 10. People saying it was rushed. I ain't really see it was rushed though. I don't know why people say it was rushed. I ain't really see it was rushed though. You know what I mean? And I watched the whole thing too. You know, I ain't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? If you know I like it. You feel me? If you don't go to sleep with movies though, man, hey, you like that shit though. No cap, man. Hey, you know, hey, you like that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it wasn't really rushed for me though. But maybe. But it was a lot of mixed reviews. But most of the reviews was like great movie, good movie. The most best reboot. You know what I'm saying? You know, I heard about that on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like it was more good reviews than a lot of ass reviews. I saw them too though. But it was most of the great top tier, man. The people say I can't wait for the sequel. You know, single review shot. You know, I told y'all at the end, you got Johnny Cage in it. So but yeah though, leave a like to my channel. Yeah, let's get it.
Mortal Kombat fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. The Mortal Kombat movie is here. This is gonna be my full spoiler review, talking about the Mortal Kombat movie, mentioning some of my favorite Easter eggs, diving into what I loved and absolutely what I didn't love about this movie, as well as that ending tease for my favorite Mortal Kombat character coming in the sequel, Johnny Cage. So be sure you Mortal Kombat fans.
Yeah, a lot of people like Johnny Cage. Yeah. There's on Twitter to my Johnny Cage coming back.
Leaving your opinions down below. Full spoilery thoughts down in the comment section. I'm gonna be there with you. And be honest, because let me tell you right now, the discourse about this movie is about 50-50. Half of people like it, the other half are not digging.
That's what I was saying though at the beginning of the thing. I was saying it's like 50-50 going on, but most people liked it. But I heard more great reviews than ass reviews. But you got some that says 7 out of 10, ass, rush. You know what I mean? Whoop the whoop. You know what I mean? And it's like, but hey, you can't please everybody though. You know what I mean? And you got most reviews, but I see a lot of great reviews than more of that review. You know what I mean? Type shit. So yeah.
In this movie at all. So be completely honest here, and I'm open to it, okay? We can disagree, and I'm thankful for you guys that can hear me have an opinion on this movie where I thought it was enjoyable. But then again, I come from a background of enjoying B-level horror movies that are filled with gore, guts. Yeah,
that's why I like that shit. I like when they show blood and all that. That's why I was saying when I saw a trailer and shit, they show blood. I like all that shit. That's why I like shit rated R. I don't like shit PG-13. That shit ain't fun though. That's just me though. But yeah, that's just me, man. That's just me. But I like all that blood with his show, head cut off, poke, you know, an eye and shit. You know what I mean? Just like the video game. Y'all see the video game, right? A lot of blood and shit. That's what I like. And it's the same thing as the movie, just like the video game. They did their thing though. They did their thing, man.
I agree that it was messy, it was jumbled, there's a lot of plot holes in there. They did not have the time to expand on all these character backgrounds like they were trying to. It felt very cramped. The editing was really choppy and downplayed some of the nice choreographed fight scenes in here, but I'm not gonna lie when I said I had some dumb fun with this. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. For one, I really wish I would have known there was not gonna be a damn tournament in this movie, because that would have made me enjoy this thing a whole lot more.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was looking for a tournament. I'm like, what a tournament at? It wasn't no goddamn tournament. They talking about some tournament and shit.
Because they were actually really building up to this whole tournament setting with creating all these feuds around the movie early on, with Sub-Zero versus Scorpion and how the film started off, Kano and Sonya Blade, Liu Kang and Kung Lao wanting to prove their worth as great trainers for this Mortal Kombat tournament, and the movie's like almost 70% done, and I'm like, damn, they're gonna rush through this tournament, and then I'm like,
if you're preparing for the MCAT cars, there's a simple 7-step process that can help you ace the MCAT cars.
Oh.
Yeah, I about to say a lot of people say it's I mean, I ain't really see it rush, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I looked at it. I don't see nothing too wrong about it. I mean, maybe I gotta look at it again though. But I mean, that's my opinion.
They're not gonna have the tournament in this movie. They're building up for the tournament in the sequel. But it made sense because if you know the Mortal Kombat video games, the tournament only happens once in a generation, which is many years apart. So if they did the tournament in this first movie, don't really know what they would do with the sequels. They would really have to change the rules of Mortal Kombat and say it happens every couple of years. But that's the other thing I wanted to dive into about this movie is the rules of the world. This is where I was saying, if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, yeah, you're gonna like this movie because your brain will be able to fill in the holes that this movie leaves open, because there are some gigantic holes, and your previous knowledge of the video games will be able to fill that stuff in. That's like, oh, okay, kind of makes sense because in the video game this happened, so that's probably what they're inferring here. But the world was pretty jumbled, and they did not do a great job of explaining it. Like, they didn't explain why some characters are immortal and live forever, how this guy is 1,000 years old, but this guy's over here 100 years old. The whole thing they introduced where you're born with the Mortal Kombat symbol and that's your entrance into the tournament, I thought was clever.
The 6 swords, motherfucker.
And even the whole thing about if you kill someone with that marking, then you inherit it, also clever. But then something like with Scorpion in the beginning where he had the marking and was killed, gets transported to hell instead, and then has to wait hundreds of years before he can be resurrected through his signature weapon. That's where the film just really suffered for me. But at the same time, some of the new stuff they introduced I was okay with, like explaining how some of these people get their powers, calling it their arcana, which is their unlocked ability, going with their Mortal Kombat symbol. That again, even deeper diving into that, some don't make sense, how you get like organic powers like fireballs, freeze powers, laser beams coming out of your eyes, but something like Jax gets metal arms growing out of your body. But I also want to make clear, there are definitely a lot of fans that I have been seeing of Mortal Kombat that hate this movie a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, damn, this shit trash, man. Damn, why the fuck they, man? Damn, for this shit let Marvel do it. I mean, I heard all that shit. I was like, man. And people was backing up too. People was like, nah, this shit good, man. It was a lot. I about to say that if 3C Film was like, hey, 50-50, it is a 50-50 movie though. Like, you gonna have people that say it's ass and trash. You gonna have some people that say it's good and shit though. You know what I mean? Shit.
I think there's actually a middle ground of people who are really gonna like this movie, because you have
I like it though. From the jump, from the beginning, I was like, oh shit, damn. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm back, y'all, man. I'm back. Let's get it.
Freeze powers, laser beams coming out of your eyes, but something like Jax gets metal arms growing out of your body. But I also want to make clear.
Hey, I saw that shit too. It's basically his. I think his power was like the shrimp power, like the strongest, like who the strongest, something like that. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought he was finished, but then they brought him back to life. I ain't say brought him back to life, but they picked him up. You know what I mean? Then we didn't see that part though. We just saw him in the table and shit. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, how he back to life when he got his arm cut off, and then he just Sub-Zero don't play. Sub-Zero he froze his arms up, break his arms, and he just tosses his head like a dog and shit like this in his neck, bro. And then I'm like, and then fast forward, he on the table and shit. I'm like, how he on? So then they picked him up. I'm like, but how they know he was down though? I'm like, question mark. The fuck?
There are definitely a lot of fans that I have been seeing of Mortal Kombat that hate this movie a lot. I think.
Wait, fans? Hold on, fans?
A lot of fans that I have been seeing of Mortal Kombat.
Dang, fans? They say I hate it. Damn.
Kombat that hate this movie a lot. I think there's actually a middle ground of people who are really gonna like this movie, because you have, like I said, the people who don't know anything about Mortal Kombat that are gonna be lost and confused and go.
That's what people. That's what I was saying. Like, a lot of people hate it because they don't know what they watching. That's what I'm saying. Like, pretty much. Like, you gonna play the game? No. It's like Marvel though. If you're gonna watch the comic books, which I really don't, but I gonna hate Marvel shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you, and I got private mouth. But if you, just like Mortal Kombat, same way. If you don't play the game, you ain't gonna know shit. I mean, although know shit, you gotta keep, watching it, of course. But it's like, They gonna say, you know what I mean, it's ass and shit.
So like, okay, I guess there's blood and action, I'll watch it for that. Then there's the people like me who play Mortal Kombat games when they come out, but we don't really live and breathe it and think about it constantly, like some hardcore Mortal Kombat fans that are hating the movie because they didn't take the time to dive into some character backstories. They didn't do justice to their one specific favorite character. Like characters like Cabal, Natara, and General Raiko. Those characters are in this movie, but they are really just kind of thrown off.
Beckett, my life before you was very different.
You can see that.
To the side, used as body bags just so we could have a bloody fatality in the movie. And while they try bringing some personality to Cabal, I think it doesn't match the characteristic that he is in the video game that suffers from verbal explanation and exposition, where you get his whole life backstory through a couple of sentences. But again, if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat and know why this guy's burnt, why he's in an iron lung, you fill in that hole and you're automatically already invested.
Yeah, I was investing in him, cause I was like, why he in that suit? You know what I'm saying? I was like, why he in that suit? And like, why his lungs burned down and shit. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, they should have did some little background. But I mean, the movie probably be like 2 hours long or 3 hours, so they probably didn't want the movie to be that long. So they probably like, hey, we're gonna sort it down a little bit. Make the movie in 1 hour 50, you know, 50 seconds, whatever, 50 minutes, and call it a day. But if they did break down all these characters, they probably, I would say 3 hours. They probably wanted that, so that's why they broke it down a little bit. I mean, made it simplified and shit. But yeah, I mean, they did that. I mean, I understand though. But I was listening to him. I was like, damn, how you got that? How he, fuck up his face and shit. Whoop, you know what I mean?
Into this guy. Also, was I the only one who was actually really sad when they killed Kung Lao? They did the whole sucking out the soul thing that Shang Tsung.
Yeah, that was too easy though. That was too easy right there. He died, kind of loud died, and just about sucking his soul out. That was easy as hell.
It's famous.
They ain't do shit. I mean, he was,
yes, but also I was like, no, this boy, I actually wanted to see him fight in the tournament. He was a cocky little Boy Scout, but now that kind of sets up Liu Kang's story even better in the tournament and gives us a good reason to want to root for him. His lines sometimes came off corny, but in the end, he's the perfect little pupil Boy Scout that I want to see fight. So I was pretty sad to see Kung Lao go. To me, I guess I was just more surprised with some of the stuff they were able to accomplish, because one, we know this is a first-time director, so this is his first time ever making a big budget movie, and saying big budget is generous, because this was actually given a low budget, and you can kind of tell that in some of the Outworld stuff, where it really just feels like a realm of rocks and random statues in front of a green screen, and the very little we get to see of Netherrealm that just seems like one giant fireball. And I'm gonna say it, I know there's still some people out there who disagree with me with Louis Tan as Cole Young that I thought was a welcome addition. Yeah, would I have rather have that been a character from the video games we all grew up playing? Of course. Do I understand why they did it? Yeah, so they had a character that could ask a bunch of questions of like, oh, why is this going on? What's this happening? And then the movie has a reason to explain that to you as an audience member. But I felt the Cole Young character was charming enough, and I thought they gave him a really unique power set of just that body armor that I saw some people making jokes that literally the main character has plot armor. But I still thought it was unique enough that it absorbs kinetic energy and he's able to use that back in action, and it even has some weaknesses when he goes up against Sub-Zero, who doesn't give off kinetic energy and is at a disadvantage when fighting him. I also didn't even mind that he's an ancestor of Hanzo Scorpion, and that's his connection into the world. I think we all saw that coming miles away, even in the trailer. Like, I'll just fully admit it, I'm a sucker for blood and gore in movies, and if it's...
Hey, I like that part. He used his hat, and he was like, and then she was like, oh look, she was putting her hat like, I like all that bloody shit. That's why I was like, I was sad. I'm like, oh shit, damn. She like, I like that shit.
Done in a fun way, I will get a real big kick out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
And they did that with Kung Lao slicing through Natara.
They were like, her whole body like that. I'm like, damn. I was like, oh, okay, Lara, okay, cool, Lara, what your name is and shit, okay.
Jax making a watermelon head out of Raiko, but
oh yeah, I like that part too.
Probably my personal favorite, just the guts pouring out of Goro. My favorite would have been Scorpion using his signature move of spraying fire out of his mouth, but thanks to freaking international laws and skulls being banned in China, they could only do half a skull face instead of his entire face being
oh, it's banned? I ain't not know that.
flaming
I ain't not know that shit though.
Who's afraid afraid of these characters not coming back for the sequel shouldn't really be all that afraid. They've established that because they're part of the Mortal Kombat tournament, they can just somehow come back to life randomly without any explanation, which will probably how they give a better robotic eye to Kano with the way he died with that gnome in his head. I 100% bet you that they'll bring him back with a more enhanced robotic looking eye. It would really be a disservice if they don't bring back Kano, because he was honestly kind of the best part of the...
Yeah, no, he was, I ain't gonna lie, it was basically him alone. Like, he was the best part of acting. Like, he did his role good. Like, he was funny as hell, and he was the ass at the same time though. But he was the best one of the best actors though. One of the best actors of the movie though. No cap though. No cap.
This movie and was downright hilarious. Like,
yeah,
Johnny Cage in the sequel definitely has some shoes to fill after what Kano was able to do in this movie. And we'll get to Johnny Cage in a second, but I also want to bring up, speaking on characters that died in here, it's pretty obvious that they're going to transform Sub-Zero into Noob Saibot. That's what they were setting up here, and the actor himself already confirmed that he signed on for 4 movies, so maybe he'll...
Oh, okay. So we're going to have a new Sub-Zero, just like the other one.
He'll show up in a Mortal Kombat sequel, and they'll probably plan some sort of prequel movie that'll just focus on his rivalry with Scorpion. But okay, let's talk about it here. That ending tease that, you know what, kind of saved the movie for me from just being utter disappointment to like, you know what, this world might be messy, but it lays the perfect foundation for me to want to see more, and that is that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I want to see more though. When they showed Johnny Cage, I was like, oh shit. So we want to see more, man. Let's get it. Let's go, man.
That tease where Raiden's like, look, we got a tournament coming up. It's going to be in the sequel. Watch they push it and make it till the 3rd movie. That'll suck. But their goal for the film will be to go out and get more fighters so that they can be ready to fight in this tournament. And Cole Young's character says, I'm going to Hollywood. All of us knowing what that means. But even then, they pan to a poster of a movie starring Johnny Cage with a film titled Citizen Cage. Oh, I was really hoping they would pan up and reveal the actor that's going to play Johnny Cage, but like I told you guys, they're waiting to see if this movie's a success, and they're going to get a bigger
That's what I'm
budget.
saying. They got to wait, though, man. They got to see it. Everybody liking it. Everybody's saying it's good. You know what I mean? Type shit. They got to say, Got to make sure, though. Because, you know what I'm saying? You know, movies, you don't want to make a sequel. And the movie, the first one was, you know what I'm saying, ass and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when the movie good, then they make another one. If it ain't good, you know, hey, man, they can show us a sneak peek of the next movie. They ain't going to do it, I'm telling y'all. A lot of movies been doing it. A lot of movies did that shit, though. Like, the movie was straight up ass, folk. And guess what? They ain't going to do the next one. I'm telling y'all. They were like, all right, y'all say it's ass, okay? We'll leave it alone then. You know what I'm saying? Just like Justice League. Justice League did horrible. You know what I mean? The first one. They didn't do one. I mean, well, that director didn't do one. They didn't do another one. Y'all ain't seen what, how many years, you know? Then Zack Snyder, he came back. No, not came back, but he you know, he was like, hold on, man. He was like, wait, you know, let me do one. You feel me? So now we finally got one that's actually gonna make a sequel and shit like that. So same, you know, same
for the sequel, which I really hope so, because it could use it. But knowing that Johnny Cage will be one of the center focuses of the sequel just automatically makes me want to go and see this movie. He is by far my favorite character in Mortal Kombat, so his casting is going to be crucial to my excitement for this second film, because like I said, I had fun with it, but I can only have fun with a B-level mindless action movie for so long before I do get bored of it. And this movie really only put me on the edge of liking it, where I wanted this to be great, where I wanted this to be a huge step forward from the previous movies when it was just a little bit of a step forward. I just hate that my casting choices for Johnny Cage are so basic, like Ryan Reynolds or Chris Pratt, when I want someone that I wasn't expecting, but when they're announced, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy would be perfect. But anyways, those are just my spoiler thoughts on the Mortal Kombat movie. I want to hear your guys' opinions down below.
But anyway, man, leave a like, man. Somebody turn to my channel, hit the bell for new insights and questions, man. Let me know in the comments, y'all, man. That was Mortal Kombat movie spoiler review and then sequel tease, man. So hey, man, we're gonna have Johnny Cage on the next one if they make a next one, because you know a lot of mixed opinions though going on in Twitter. So you know what I'm saying, you go on Twitter, you know, you will see, you know what I'm saying, it's trending right now. I think it's still trending, but yeah, but it was trending all yesterday though. You know, everybody was talking about it on Twitter. It was going stupid, it was going crazy. It was like mixed reviews though. People saying it was trash, people saying There's a lot of shit. No, people saying like I heard. I mean, that's my opinion. Like as I see, I was going down. I heard people saying great movie and shit. 9, 10, 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? And then I heard some other people on Twitter. You know how you scroll down on Twitter, the trend topic. You know what I'm saying? They showing their own opinions, saying ass and shit. Whoop the whoop. But yeah. But let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Mortal Kombat. Was it good? Was it ass? Was it trash? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to see another one? Like, hey, let me know in the comments. You feel me? I think it's 10 out of 10 because I like bloody shit. But yeah, some people don't like that shit. But yeah, they like me on my channel, hit the bell if you're new. And if there's questions, let me know in the comments, y'all, man. And yeah, hit the bell too. But yeah, I'm out. And yeah, peace.